Hi there, April here, and welcome back to Fletcher House and Garden. For this week's video, I would like to not only share some recently purchased flea market finds with you, but I'd also like to share a flea market with you. This week will show you one of my favorite local haunts. I hope you enjoy. Well, as I mentioned, for this week, I would like to share one of my favorite local flea markets or antique malls with you. If you're ever in the Tennessee area, or you happen to live in Tennessee, or maybe even the surrounding area, this place is definitely worth your visit, and I hope to convey that to you today. The place is called Sheffield Antiques Mall. It is located in Collierville, Tennessee. That's southwest Tennessee for those of you who are not familiar with the area. I want to first share some important details with you here. First of all, they do have a web page if you want to check it out. I've got the link here as well as their address. Now, this is a larger venue. They have over 300 vendors and almost 80,000 square feet. There's a lot to see, many aisles to walk. Definitely worth your time. As I list here, throughout the year, they have several sales events and also different promotions just to help boost and even retain the traffic in the store. They also have a very active Facebook page. If you enjoy social media, I've got that link here. Regular posts, they include a lot of photos from their booths, and in fact, they even typically list the booth locations in the comments. So if you see something that you like and you know you'll be visiting the area soon, you know exactly where in the mall to go. Also, I list here, and it's very true, their variety in their assortment, the kind of items that they have is phenomenal. They have primitive, they have farmhouse, country, even like French, Versailles, Henry VIII kind of stuff, Marie Antoinette kind of stuff. True antiques, true vintage, true retro. There's something for everyone here. So, if I have not sold you enough, they even have a little snack venue, as I call it, inside the antique mall, and it is called Nostalgic Tea Rooms. And I'll show you here in a moment that they even have a Facebook page as well. But tea, cold sandwiches, some little treats like desserts and pastries, stuff like that. They also have tea services, like crumpet and tea. Truly, you can get it here at Nostalgic Tea Rooms, and other kind of periodic menu items as well. I think you can see here some photos from the tea room. Now, as I am scrolling this Facebook page, please be aware this is recent, and recently, as many of the states did here in the United States, we had snow, we had inclement weather. So as I scroll, you may see that, oh, we're closed. That is not the norm. That was just dealing with Mother Nature. But great things going on here at Sheffield Antiques Mall. My mom and I nicknamed it Sheffields, and it's a common thing for us whenever my parents visit town and they know that they're going to be nearby this venue. The question is, when are we going to Sheffield's? So if I have a slip of the tongue, forgive me. Their name truly is Sheffield Antiques Mall. Now on to some of my recently purchased finds. What I have here first up is a collection of garden or garden-inspired items. One of my watch list items, things that I'm constantly hunting for, is garden or garden relics, because I also like to garden. So as you see here, I have found some artificial tulips. They look very realistic. And while I do love to garden, when it comes to indoor plants, I kind of like artificial because I have enough to keep alive outside. Inside, I know I won't kill these tulips. So I also found these trellises, or kind of like obelisk metal pieces. I found 2 of those for $10 a piece. And then, like I said, these tulips, which I love it very much, will be great touches around the house for spring. Another thing I typically look for is blue willow pieces, and this is obviously not blue willow for those of you who are familiar with that collection, but it is blue and white. And I do also appreciate these kind of pieces, very detailed, very beautiful in person, that would complement the blue willow collection that I have nicely. So I did find this teapot at Sheffields. It was almost $50, but I thought it was well worth the price. Just when you consider the shape that this teapot is in, I couldn't find any cracks or blemishes really on it. And there's just a lot of detail. I'm trying to show you here on the spout, on the handle, on both sides of the teapot. A lot of detail. There is a marking at the base. I'm not sure what it means yet. I need to research it, but a spectacular find. While on the topic of blue, I found this spode dish. I believe it is part of the Blue Room collection. But I found this dish for $5, and I knew it was too good of a find to pass up. What drew me to it was its irregular shape. When I purchased it, I was not sure at all how I was going to use it. But as you can see here, or will see soon, I actually use it on our coffee table in the family room to hold our remote control. So I always know where the remote is located. This next series of purchases I reference as vessels for flowers. Whether it's flowers from my garden or even artificial flowers like the tulips that I showed earlier, I'm always thinking outside the box or trying to think outside the norm for items I can use as a vase or a vessel for flowers. Ball mason jars are classic. I think many of us are familiar with them. The ones I have here are perfect mason. The footed dish, as I flip it over and show you the markings, I mean, I don't think it's antique, but it's adorable and it'll work well with many of my items. The basket reminds me of Longaberger, I think that's how you say it, that style, which I do enjoy collecting. Ironstone, I talk about it many times, but anything that is ironstone or reminiscent of ironstone, I go to it like a moth to the flame. And here are a couple of pictures that I bought recently. I love the detail on both of these pieces. They are breathtaking in person. And for their age, both of these pieces are in great condition. Now the markings on the smaller one I'll show you, it just says number 62 at the bottom. I'm not sure if that's significant. The larger vase, I think it has some kind of like personal name at the bottom. Again, not sure if it's significant, but regardless, I am happy to have these pieces in our home. Next up, we are moving to our family room where my mom, at the time of my filming this video, my mom was watching Homeworthy on YouTube. Great channel. But what I have here on the mantle, I'm going to show you, I have several wooden pieces that I bought at Sheffield Antiques Mall. And these are truly several pieces. I'm lifting them up and showing you that I have risers or pedestals, I have finials, and then I also have a series of pot and saucers that I bought at Sheffield Antiques Mall as well. I have faux rosemary plants in these pots, and I'll show you because I totally had a mini pearl moment. Realized the tags are still on these plants, but I bought the faux rosemary pots at Hobby Lobby and just plopped them in. So this whole series of wooden pedestals and risers and finials, even the pot and the saucer, great deals at Sheffield. If you're willing to kind of hunt through the booths, because there's just so much to look at, you can find things like this. And I love how they look on our mantle. Thanks again for joining me today. I do hope you enjoyed this spotlight on Sheffield Antiques Mall. As a reminder, we do plan to do more flea market finds and even flea market spotlights like the one we did today each month here at Fletcher House and Garden. So I do hope you will come back and see us real soon. Take care.